Hello, I'm FTX and the Minecraft community generally regards Java Edition to be the better of the two versions of Minecraft that do exist. However, Bedrock has outsold Java by about 5 copies for every 1 sold in Java, and when you look at the games themselves, it's not hard to see why. I mean, as you can see, Minecraft Java has just this one type of salmon, while Minecraft Bedrock has this salmon, and even big salmon. That's right, this unit of the salmon is a real Minecraft Bedrock feature, and it's exclusive to this version of the game, just like the 29 other amazing features that I want to show you today that are clearly the reason so many people are choosing to play Bedrock over Java. So with that said, did you know greater than 99% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed to the IBX Toycat YouTube channel? You can do with that information what you will, just like this first exclusive feature, because did you know desert whales on Bedrock are double as likely to spawn as they are on Java? There is a 1 in 500 chance of a given desert chunk having a desert whale in it on Bedrock, as opposed to 1 in 1,000 on Java. Desert whales are the most useful structure, and this is clearly a reason why you can never go back to Java. I mean, when you're in the desert, where else are you going to find water? I mean, it's literally a desert, right? And even better than that, it's made of sandstone. Where else in a desert can you find sandstone? I mean, just nowhere at all, and it's so handy when you find these. Double as often on Bedrock, because clearly that's where you want to find them. Just like finding mushrooms in swamps. These giant mushrooms can be found in swamps in Bedrock, whereas you have to wait till you find, obviously, a mushroom biome on Java. Who can wait that long to make everyone's favorite food in Minecraft, mushroom stew? But even better than that, if you have a silk touch pickaxe or axe or shovel and you mine these blocks, you get some of the best looking blocks in Minecraft. Seriously, look at this red mushroom block, look at this brown mushroom stem block. I just want to use it for everything all the time, and thankfully on Bedrock they spawn more frequently. But even if you don't want to use them in builds because somehow you're crazy and you don't think this is the prettiest block in the game, then good news, they can be used as furnace fuel. And the great thing about using them as furnace fuel is how many blocks they'll smelt. I don't want to ruin this number, but I'll place it on screen right now. Seriously, look how huge that number is. It's ridiculous, and at least in terms of how big I put it on the screen, and that is something you just don't get on Java. How can you go back to playing Java where you don't get that huge source of fuel just spawning in your swamps? Just like when you play Java, you know, if you hate tropical fish and pufferfish, because who wants them anyway, right? The rare types of fish, more like the bear fish, because you would only feed them to a bear. Yeah, exactly. That is a thing that people do. So yeah, if you are playing Minecraft Bedrock and you fish in a jungle biome, you won't find tropical fish and pufferfish. Some people would say that's objectively a downside, but as we all know, not being able to find 2 types of fish means that you have choices. You fish in a jungle, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get just salmon, and you're just gonna get your your cod as well as of course bamboo. And you fish inside any other biome, you can get those 2 fish as normal. More choices is more better. Just like I think the raid bar on Minecraft Java, it's a little bit aggressive. I'd love a choice to tone it down. I wish instead of being this red color there's on Java, it could be a pink color or something. Oh, and what's that? It's a pink color on Bedrock. Yeah, slightly differently covered raid bars. You better believe these are the features that are keeping people on Bedrock and just making them unable to switch. Also, the reason it's such a tall order for those players to leave Bedrock is because when they're in those jungles with their raid effects on, they'll find fewer tall trees. The jungle is made of much more short trees on Bedrock. We don't know whether this is a limitation to do with them obviously having to manage resources to make the game run on mobile devices or whatever, or if they just realize that too many tall trees is bad. That's right, the version of the game I play doesn't have the thing, and therefore it must be better. Just like this next feature, which is also to do with trees, I would even say it's the bee's knees personally, because if you look at a forest in Minecraft Bedrock, you'll notice these fallen trees lying around. They're just trees, but on their side, kind of laying down on the terrain. It's very beautiful to look at. Sometimes they even have mushrooms on, and you might think, oh yeah, what's this gonna do, Toycat? And like, what do you mean, what's it gonna do? It's a fallen tree. It lays there, and you know what? Sometimes the beauty is in not doing things, if you really think about it. Just like dynamic leaves. Did you know between various biomes, the leaves will change on Bedrock? Obviously, you did know that, but you might not have known that when it snows, the leaves will change to white inside of certain biomes. Why is this true? I don't know, but I find it beautiful. And yeah, if you've never seen this, you're missing out. Just like igloos generating with packed ice instead of ice. I don't know how I could go back to a world where when I was silk touching up the little windows in igloos, which are an incredibly common snowy plain structure that we come across like 50 times a day on average on Bedrock Edition. But when you're coming across these igloos, you want packed ice. You don't want regular ice. Do you know how many regular ice it takes to make a packed ice? Yep, that's right, it's 9, and therefore we've mathematically proven that Minecraft Bedrock is 9 times better, or at least 9 times more condensed than Minecraft Java Edition. And it gets better than that, because if you go to a plains village, another great structure, the tanneries spawn with 1 cauldron instead of 3. Wait, they spawn with less cauldrons? That sounds like a bad thing. Wait, have we made a point for Minecraft Java? No, we haven't, because obviously, when you're in a village, there's lots of villagers around, and those villagers need a profession, and you don't want free useless leather workers. You don't want to buy leather from villagers, so actually it's a good thing that there are less cauldrons on Bedrock than Java. I mean, you could argue why is there a difference, but Bedrock understands fewer cauldrons is better, and that's why there's only 1 of those. Yep, that was not reverse engineered logic at all. Just like the cauldrons inside of a swamp hut not being random logic at all, because they have random potions in them only on Bedrock. You play Java, you get some water, or you get an empty cauldron. Who wants that? I don't want water. Water is not a valuable resource at all, unless you're in a desert, in which case it is the holy grail, of course. But you know what is valuable? The potions you'll find in Bedrock. Seriously, the cauldron can be filled with a random potion. Sometimes it's something super valuable, like strength or speed. Sometimes it's something less valuable, like harming. But the fact is, if you just bring a glass bottle to a swamp, you will get a potion. And I love the lore side of that. I think it makes Minecraft Bedrock a great game. Just like, you know what makes Minecraft Bedrock a great game that is definitely not broken. This is a feature, not a bug. Pillager towers can spawn with tall foundations. I showed it off in a Seed Sunday if you want to see this particular seed, but there are many examples of them doing stuff like this on mountains. Basically, I love the way that Minecraft Bedrock does its logic, because it makes a lot of tall structures like the pillager towers. Also, armor stands on Minecraft Bedrock can hold tools and weapons. Can your Java armor stands do that? Oh, what's that? They can't, and therefore this one arbitrary feature is making the version of the game that I play a lot better than your version of the game. Oh wow, that is true. It's definitely not people being tribal and deciding that because I play a version of the game, it must be better, and I don't want to change what I'm doing, so the thing I'm doing must be good. No, what it is that I've just worked out the mathematical, scientifical, philosophical reason that Bedrock is better than Java, and in case you didn't believe that one, here's the big coup d'etat. Faux de gras. Because did you know the blue ice in Minecraft Bedrock, you know, crafts from 9 packed ice, which you can get easier on Bedrock because of those igloos, but blue ice on Bedrock emits a light level of 3, and this is truly incredible. Blue ice is a block you should be using all the time, mostly for making boats and stuff, and you can have light level of 3. And you might think, what's a light level of 3 good enough? And it doesn't stop mobs from spawning, let's not be ridiculous, but it looks pretty in the dark. So yeah, that's a big feature. Just like enchanting tables giving off a light level of 12. Why does it need to be so high? Why does it emit a light level whatsoever? I don't know the answer to those questions, but I can tell you they give off a light level of 12, and so you can light your house entirely with enchantment tables on the Bedrock edition of the game. It's logical, it's great, it just makes sense, and I'm glad it exists as a feature, like spawners, the mob spawners, also known as monster spawners, whatever you want to call them, they also emit a light level of 3. Why are there so many light level changes between Bedrock and Java? Who put them in place and why? If they're trying to make the same game as they've said they've done repeatedly, why are there so many different light levels? I don't know, but again, spawners having a light is a good thing because then you can see them easier, except it's not so high that it stops mobs from spawning. Again, they thought about everything on the Bedrock edition, just like ender pearls making a real nice fancy sound when thrown on the Bedrock version. Obviously, there's the sound when you land on both Java and Bedrock, but when you throw a ender pearl on a Bedrock, you get this sound. Yeah, that's a nice sound, isn't it? That is a premium game being made by a multi-trillion-dollar company. You can see the difference between that and the indie studio game, you know, the one made by just a few dudes in Stockholm. It's night and day, truly. And speaking of night and day, when it is night, you might want to light up the time with flint and steel. And did you know you can use up your flint and steel durability on ice? Only on Bedrock. It doesn't do anything, it just loses your durability. And you might argue, wait, if it doesn't do anything, why are you losing durability? And also you might argue, how does this make Bedrock better, Toycat? And allow me to explain with my very straightforward, logical thinking about why your flint and steel dying faster is a good thing. So, if you think about it, and we're all thinking about it very carefully right now, flint is something we probably have too much of in our life, and indeed, flint and steels are something we therefore don't value enough. Minecraft Bedrock teaches you the value of, caring for your things, of looking after them, and the way it does that is by making your flint and steel run out faster. Yeah, this is definitely not cult thinking where I'm backing up my actions with some form of logic that makes me feel okay. That was definitely the solid explanation as to why Bedrock is better. That's right, Bedrock 18, Java 0. But even better, are you too lazy to put your music disc in a jukebox? You can use a hopper on the Bedrock version. Can you do that on Java? Oh no. Do you want to put a playlist on where you put multiple discs in there ready to play one after another? You can't do that on the Java version, but you can on the Bedrock. Speaking of things you can do on the Bedrock, Redstone dust looks slightly different. And I mean, you might say that these two Redstone dusts between the two versions are actually, not that gameplay differentiating. But no, I would argue this is a much better texture. Good job, Bedrock, on the better textures. Speaking of things that actually are better in terms of texture, I love the colorful water on Minecraft Bedrock. When the water block in Minecraft changes between biomes in Bedrock in a really huge way. You get purple in the mushroom biome, you get like a really nice yellow, blue kind of oasis water in the desert, which, water's so rare there after all. I would love it to be colorful. I actually do think colorful water is one of those great features that they should take from Bedrock to Java, except they haven't yet because Bedrock developers make better features than Java developers. I've actually heard they're considering removing this feature, so please don't remove this. I don't want my list to go down to 28 features. But speaking of 28 features, do you want to know what the 22nd one is? I had to fact check this a bunch of times because it just feels so wrong. I keep looking at the UI when you open a book on Minecraft Java, and I'm like, no, that can't be right. But apparently it is. So this is the UI when you open a book on Minecraft Java, one page at a time. Ugh. Oh, I'm disgusted. Oh, I literally want to throw up. How can you live with that when on Minecraft Bedrock, there's 2 pages. How are you going to type a book 1 page at a time? That is not how you do it in the real world, probably. And that is why Minecraft Bedrock, with its 2 pages at a time books, is just objectively superior. Oh, that was close. I almost threw up during that sentence. But it was worth it to bring to you more great Bedrock exclusives. And did you know this is the one that really sets apart the game? You're gonna need to sit down for this one. Who am I kidding? You sat down already. You're watching a YouTube video. But you're gonna want to sit down even more. You want to put your heads behind your legs. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna admit that Minecraft's steak on the Java version is just not as good as cooked beef in the Bedrock version. That's right, when you play Minecraft Bedrock, instead of steak, what if I'm not going to a fancy steak restaurant? What if I'm literally just cooking my beef? Well, only Bedrock will admit to you that that's all it is. You're just throwing beef in a furnace. That is not what a steak restaurant could ever sell to you. And so unlike Java players who go to a steakhouse expecting just a piece of beef put in the oven, Minecraft Bedrock players are just more sophisticated in what they expect from the cooking process in real life. That is just factually accurate, am I right? But I know what you're saying. Factually accurate arguments are not how we win people over. As we've seen from the political space this year, people are won by emotional arguments. They're not won by these facts and reasons and actual things that happen in the real world. So allow me to give you the best feature of Minecraft Bedrock. In case you're still on the edge here, you're still thinking, oh no, emotionally, I just like Minecraft Java. You know what? No, there's no emotions, there's no preference in this, and baby dolphins prove that correct. Look at these cute little baby dolphins. Okay, baby dolphins not getting you there yet. Baby squid. Seriously, you can get little baby squid in Minecraft Bedrock, and big salmon should be reason enough to switch over, but tiny squid is the real one that seals the deal for me. It's so cute, it's so adorable, and where do you find adorable features like that in Java? Oh, you have to mod them in because the developers won't consider enough to have super cute mobs like this. Also, did you know, Endermen don't shake when you look at them. If you look at an Enderman, they're going to come straight for you. None of this scary like, I'm about to attack you. No, Endermen are very polite. They just start attacking immediately. Just like, did you know, Ghasts, with their when they're killed with their own fireball, they go orange rather than red. It's very strange. Also, did you know that Ghasts have glowing eyes only on the Bedrock version? It's very strange that they would be that way. But you know what you say when you're a fanboy, when you're someone who is ignoring all facts and logic and even emotional arguments because you want to make your point that you made a good decision doing the thing that you do. I mean, if you do a thing, it can't be wrong. If you do a thing, it must be correct. There is not a single opinion of yours that has ever been wrong. However, here's the final one. Did you know shearing sheep in Minecraft Bedrock retains their color? On Java, all sheared sheep look white. You cannot see what color a sheep is while it is shaved, but on Bedrock, you can see regardless because they have their slight color. Yeah. In other words, even when sheep are bold, they're still colorful in Minecraft Bedrock, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. And I hope that these 29 features alongside Big Salmon have encouraged you to switch. Just in case they didn't and you're one of those hardcore players like, oh, Toycat, I don't understand sarcasm. What were you doing this video? I think you were being deadly serious and you just haven't swayed me yet. So the one feature that most big PvP players are like, yeah, I wish I had that, is if you have Impaling, which is the trident enchantment, which does more damage to fish. For whatever reason, the way fish is measured in Bedrock is anything that is touching water in any way, and that includes when it's raining, which means Impaling does more damage against other player characters if it is raining, and it's actually the best enchantment in the game for when it is raining, and that is a cool PvP feature that you want. And so as a result, I look forward to seeing the thousands of viewers on this video. I hope thousands of people watch this or I'll look silly. I look forward to seeing the hundreds of people who watch this video switching over to the Bedrock version of the game, because the ultimate actuality, I'm making jokes here about fanboyism, the reality is that 99% of the game between Java and Bedrock is just about the same. We're all Minecraft players here, just excited to get our netherite gear, excited to, trade with 1,000 emeralds of a villager, and we love building things collectively. And so I think rather than trying to tear each other down within the community, why don't we just all say, hey, we play the most sold game of all time, one of the games that has helped me through countless things and terrible things in my own life. And you know what? If it's helped you through things in your life, I don't care if you played that on Java, I don't care if you played on Bedrock, I don't care if you played console or Raspberry Pi or the versions that released for Smart Fridge. I care that you have played a darn great game that's helped me, and I hope it helped you just as much. And in the same way, I hope this video helped you in some way, and if it did, then don't forget to smash that like button, and have a nice day, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.